Top stories this evening, sponsored by Courts, bringing value home. Aubrey Norton yet to formally accept resignation of Don Hastings. MOE GTU for conciliation talks on Wednesday. Terms of resumption was a win for both sides. Fire got South Rhinefeldt home, displacing family of 3. And Region 9 MP Henry pressures government to complete Parara Bridge. HGP Nightly News begins now. Good evening to our viewers here in Guyana and online. I'm Travis Chase with the Tuesday, June 25 edition of the HGP Nightly News. Here's what you need to know this evening. Our developing story to begin your broadcast. Opposition leader Aubrey Norton says he is yet to formally accept the resignation tendered by General Secretary of the People's National Congress Reform, Don Hastings Williams. On Monday, Hastings resigned from the role with immediate effect. The story from Antonio Day.
Following the resignation of People's National Congress Reform, PNCR General Secretary Don Hastings Williams, the party's incumbent leader Aubrey Norton told Nightly News that he has not formally accepted Williams' resignation, but he will. When asked for a comment, Norton frankly said that he's focused on the party's 22nd biennial Congress. Attempts to contact Hastings Williams for a comment proved futile. However, in a letter seen by this newscast, the PNCR member cited the lack of preparedness for this weekend's Congress and elections, which are among her reasons for stepping down. She also raised concerns about the lack of financial accountability. The letter stated, and I quote, "My position on the readiness of the 22nd Biennial Delegates Congress, with all the administrative tasks that has been undertaken by the Secretariat, I believe that the 1 month period for the preparation for such a Congress can lead to confusion rather than having a fair and transparent process and outcome. I am quite sure that you and the members of the CEC will agree with me that when the Congress is over, it must conclude in a positive light." End of quote. In relation to the party's finances, Hastings Williams said over the past year, as General Secretary, she has been unable to provide an financial statement to the Central Executive Committee because she was denied access to the party's monthly income and expenditure statements. And I quote, "Members of the CEC, you would have noticed that within the period of 1 month plus as the General Secretary, I was unable to present any financial statement to the Central Executive Committee. Reason simply being that I have no access to the weekly or monthly income and expenditure statement. I had requested for the accountant to last December to prepare and produce a financial statement for the year 2023. So as to present, it was not presented to the CEC. When I called for the statement to be handed in to me, the accountant said that she had completed the statement as was instructed by me, but was told not to hand it over to me, but to put it on hold." End of quote. Hastings also bemoaned the inconducive environment at Congress Place at a time when the party is preparing for its elections, where quote-unquote loud threats are being made. End of quote. Antonio D reporting for the AGP Nightly News.
You need to know that the Guyana Teachers Union, the Ministry of Education, and the Ministry of Labor will get down to the heart of the matter on Wednesday when actual conciliation talks begin. Here is more. The recent agreement between the Guyana Teachers Union and the Ministry of Education should be seen as a win for both sides, so says General Secretary of the Guyana Teachers Union, Coretta MacDonald, as the union heads into conciliation talks with the government on Wednesday.
What we were seeking to have is a win-win for both sides. The government was saying one thing, the GTU was saying something else, and so we were going back and forth. And while we were going back and forth, the nation's children were suffering all this time, and that was our concern. While we're concerned about our teachers' welfare, the nation's children were suffering.
General Secretary MacDonald said much consultation was done with the members of the GTU before the executive could have signed the agreement.
The GTU consulted with its members, and our members said to us, look, the 20% interim payment seems to be a big mountain for this government. anyhow, this is what we are going to do. We are going to be able to engage. Let's engage, remove that 20% interim payment, which was a big fright for them, and let's engage based on the proposal that we would have submitted before.
According to MacDonald, the July-August school vacation would give the GTU and the MOE enough time to ink an agreement on its multi-year proposal, which would make way for the smooth reopening of school for the new academic year.
After looking at the document a third time and the timelines, we thought that it would be best for us to have this agreement inked now so that we can use the period that is before us to ensure that we arrive at a position before September reopening of the new school year.
In the agreement seen by Nightly News, it was noted that teachers ended the ongoing strike and officially resumed work today, Tuesday, June 25, 2024. It was also agreed that there will be no victimization, no loss of service, no transfer of teachers upon resumption, and that teachers will return to their positions held before the strike. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News. A family of 3 is now displaced after a fire destroyed their home late Monday afternoon. The story from Daisy Richards.
The Guyana Fire Service has launched an investigation into Monday afternoon's fire in Blue Saki Drive, Southern Belt, that destroyed a wooden house and has displaced a family of 3. Occupants of the house included 53-year-old Campton Glenn, 32-year-old Campton Glenn Jr., and 5-year-old Kiana Glenn. The fire department said it received a call at around 17:05 hours, and on arrival at the scene at 17:11 hours, the house was already engulfed in flames. Campton Glenn Jr., who was at work at the time, said his father and the 5-year-old girl were at home. He added that his family was unable to salvage anything from the house and that although they lost everything, they are thankful for life. Meanwhile, the Guyana Fire Service in its report said that adjacent structures also suffered significant damage. One house lost its northern wall, an air conditioning condenser on the southern wall, 6 sash windows, and 12 meters of PVC guttering due to the heat radiating from the nearby house. Another house also suffered due to the blaze. A pearl white Toyota also suffered damages. The driver's side window was completely destroyed, and the entire left side of the vehicle was severely damaged. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
Thank you, Daisy. Stay with us. There is more news ahead.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover a solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical Inc. powering your life with elegance, quality, and care.
Say goodbye to germs with a free Sterling Super Soap automatic dispenser. That's right, get free equipment and installation of our touch-free dispenser. The perfect amount of soap every time ensures clean and germ-free hands. Refilling is quick and easy with 4 amazing fragrances: coconut, sunflower sunrise, pink blossom, and citrus zest. Call us on 265-7403.
Make your home look great with sash windows from Gaffurs. They're fitted with 4mm thick glass, with a male and female frame that's easy to join. Comes with a built-in mosquito screen. You can adjust the opening for ventilation to suit yourself. And it has a only look good, they've got all the great features that make them the best design in windows anywhere. Get Gaffurs sash windows for the perfect fit and finish for your home from the MacDoom Mega Store and Gaffurs outlets of Parika, Means, Land of Canaan, Rose Hall, Beatty, Kanji, and Diamond. Call 223-9896 for more information anytime. Gaffurs, the name you can trust.
The HGP Nightly News, welcome back. Director of Medical and Professional Services at the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation is appealing to the general public to notify the institution should they face any form of discrimination from staff. Find out more from Tiana Cole.
In response to recent claims of discrimination at the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation, GPHC, the institution's Director of Medical and Professional Services, Dr. Navindranath Rambarine, said the hospital's administration does not and will not condone or promote racial or any other forms of discrimination against the public or patients seeking medical services.
This is something that is not just passively adhered to, but actively. We take allegations or reports of such very seriously, and they are investigated. And if they are found to be true, we deal with them condignly.
He added that over the years, there were reports of racial profiling, and the institution has made great efforts to eradicate such.
Whenever it even could be construed that there is some sort of racial profiling or discrimination, we appeal to you to bring it to our attention, and we will seek to eradicate it.
In addition, healthcare personnel have been benefiting from continuous training, and prospective hires must complete many interviews as part of the institution's screening procedure before being hired. Referring to a recent case, Dr. Rambarine stated that a patient would have gone to the ER, received treatment, a plan for follow-up care at a specialty clinic, and advised to get an ultrasound. Nonetheless, the patient was given a 4-week window to return to the facility and have the ultrasound completed. The patient expressed dissatisfaction with the date provided on social media.
Persons coming into our system need to understand there is a system to make all of this work as efficiently as it can. It's a triage system, not just at the ER. You're accustomed to hearing about triage in the ER or the A&E, but there's a triage in just about everything we do because of that demand for service.
Rambarine stressed that while it is not a perfect system, the institution has worked tirelessly to make available the necessary recourse.
There is no promotion or any entertaining of racial discrimination within our institution. There must be some sorting or triaging of patients who seek our services, whatever those services are. And there is recourse to complaint and recourse for help whenever someone is aggrieved or does not think that the system is working as it should for them.
Tiana Ko reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Tiana. On the police blotter, a 65-year-old woman threatened in Parara Faith Harmony amid allegations by backings of government officials over property dispute. More from Carice Gonzalez.
Donna Daniels, a 65-year-old resident of Parfait Harmony, now lives in fear after receiving multiple threats against her and her family's safety. The threats allegedly are coming from her immediate neighbors, who claim connections to the president and vice president, and believes they can act with impunity. Daniels has since urged the authorities to launch an investigation.
And Mr. Ali and Mr. Jagdo, if you are going, Mr. Ali would do see if the lady opposite is the cousin or she doing set of wickedness and call his name. You're going to see them call and they say, who they say, you is you people until last night they talk about it. You and them dealing, they have gun, them is going to shoot me. I would like to know if it's a licensed gun or a licensed gun.
Daniel suspects that the root of the issue lies in her neighbor's desire to take over the land that she legally acquired but delayed developing. Since moving into her home, she has faced ongoing turmoil, with attempts now being made to encroach on her property.
A little before I get the land, I understand that she was going and ask for the land. When I come there to live on the land, and she tells me they want the land, but they didn't get it.
Daniels told Nightly News that she made several reports to the Parfait Harmony police station, but all have been ignored. She expressed frustration, stating that her plea for assistance has fallen on deaf ears.
And when you got to the station, the police doing nothing. The police calling for more money, and I live in Parfait, I got to bog down, break down before the police do any work.
However, several calls by Nightly News to the police commander for comment on the situation have gone unanswered. I am Carice Gonzalez reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Carice. 10 new judges have been appointed by the Judicial Service Commission and will take the oath of office before President Ali on Wednesday. Find out more from Tiana Cole.
10 new judges have been appointed by the Judicial Service Commission, JSC. Commissioner of Title to the Land Court, Nicola Pierre, who previously served as Secretary to the Bar Association and former Chairman of the Deeds and Commercial Registry Department, will be among judges who will be sworn in on Wednesday. The other judges are Deputy Commissioner of the Guyana Revenue Authority, Attorney Joy Prasad Singh, former GRA Attorney his son Sharifas Yassin, Chief Magistrate Charlotte Isaacs Marcus, Magistrate Peter Yu, Magistrate Zabila Adi C. Paul, Judge of the Eastern Caribbean Court, Jacqueline Josiah Graham, and Attorney and Company Secretary of the Guyana Water Incorporation, Nigel Niles. The Supreme Court in a statement noted that 37 persons applied for the post and 10 were appointed by the JSC, the body responsible for the appointment of judges. The new judges will serve in Essequibo, Demerara, and Berbice, and will serve in the civil and or in criminal jurisdictions as assigned. Just recently, Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Annie Nandlall, in addressing the efficiency of the legal system, said there is a multiplicity of measures instituted by the government, which has resulted in a positive reviews for the justice system. Hence, he spoke about the additional human resources added to the judicial system.
In 3 months, you will have 12 and 5, 17 additional judges. That must have a monumental impact on efficiency and speed in the judicial system.
These new judges will bolster the existing complement, easing the present caseload on the judiciary. The JSC is a constitutional body responsible for handling matters related to the appointment, discipline, removal, and promotion of judicial officers, including the Director of Public Prosecution, DPP, Registrar and Deputy Registrar of the High Court, among others. Tiana Ko reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Tiana. Stay with us. There is more news ahead.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
For For the advancement of sports countrywide, $4.6 billion is being invested to provide the environment athletes required to compete at the highest level. This, among other developments, is being supported by oil and gas revenue.
You're watching the HGP Nightly News. Thanks for staying with us. Head of State Irfan Ali announced that the state has begun commercial discussions with stakeholders in the aviation sector for the sale of high-quality carbon credits. Antonio Day reports.
A total of 7.4 million credits were issued to Guyana. And this is high-quality credit that targets the aviation sector. We have commenced commercial discussions and engagement with airlines for sale of Guyana eligible carbon credit for that market.
That was President Irfan Ali last Thursday during a press conference held at State House. The head of state told reporters that the government has signed $83 million agreement under the Guyana Utility Scheme and Solar Photovoltaic Program for 8 utility-scale photovoltaic solar projects which generate renewable energy to Essequibo, Linden, and Burst Beast. According to Ali, the government has embarked on 3 program areas that align with the Low Carbon Development Strategy, LCDS.
Restoration and enhancement of heritage sites in Georgetown, supporting mapping and spatial planning at national level, and supporting 2 flagship locations for the development of sustainable cities and urban planning.
Guyana earned the distinction of being issued the world's finest carbon credits that will be eligible for the use by airlines in their pursuit of the reduction of global emissions. This announcement was made on February 28, 2024 in an Architecture for Red transaction, also known as ART, which also informed that ART issued 7.14 million in 2021 vintage carbon credits to Guyana. The government of Guyana simultaneously announced that the world's first Paris Agreement corresponding adjustment, which was authorized and reported to United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, also known as UNFCCC. The release explained that this process fulfills requirements to label the credits as the world's first that are eligible for the use by airlines toward their targets in 2024 to 2026 phase of the International Civil Aviation Organization's Global Emission Reduction Program, CORSIA, Carbon Offsetting and Reduction Scheme for International Aviation. Trees, also known as the Red and Environmental Excellence Standard, issued by ART, are for the actions taken to successfully reduce emissions for forest loss and degradation and maintain one of the world's most pristine forests through a process known as the jurisdictional RED. The government of Guyana has subsequently authorized the credits to be used for the range of compliance and voluntary purposes for Article 6 of the Paris Agreement. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Antonio Day tells us that the president has announced that the state is expecting the United States Exim Bank to move the US $600 million loan application process for the Wales Gas to Shore project before the end of 2024.
As you know, the government of Guyana expects the Exim Bank to submit the loan to the Exim board on or before the 3rd quarter of 2024.
So that was Head of State Irfan Ali during a press briefing last Thursday. Ali told the media that the government is hoping that Linsika US-based company will deliver its quote-unquote simple cycle of the Wales Gas to Energy project in the first half of next year. He added that the state is seeking a $660 million loan from the U.S. Exim Bank and assured that there will be no delays. Indian company Kalpataru Projects International Limited was hired to establish transmission lines and substations for the project, which is slated for completion this year, according to President Ali.
Exxon expects completion of the pipeline by the end of the year. KPIL is targeting the completion of the T-line. The government of Guyana is also working in a parallel way to have NGL storage facility and market for the NGL to be advertised shortly.
Moreover, the president explained that to accommodate the ongoing development of the gas NG project, particularly the pipeline installation and the internationalization of materials offloading facility known as MOF dredging of the country's main channel is necessary.
We're also working to have the MOF on the West Channel to be operationalized. As you know, this will require significant dredging and investment in dredging.
In the 2024 budget, some $80 billion was allocated to advance the gas shore project, including transmission and distribution upgrades to take up power. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
The Ministry of Human Services and Social Security on Monday launched a gender-based violence mobile remote unit in Mabaruma Region 1 to provide immediate assistance to survivors of gender-based violence. More from Carice Gonzalez.
In a move to combat gender-based violence, GBV, in remote areas, the Ministry of Human Services and Social Security, in collaboration with the United Nations Population Fund, inaugurated a gender-based violence mobile remote unit in Cans Hill, Mabaruma Region 1. The initiative aims to extend crucial services to indigenous communities, mirroring the successful model of the Hope and Justice Center in Region 4. The GBV mobile remote unit stands as a beacon of hope, providing immediate assistance to survivors of gender-based violence. Services include first responder interventions, survivor advocacy, police case reporting, on-site medical aid, counseling, legal support, and shelter services for women and children. Moreover, the unit will engage in community education and awareness programs to prevent GBV and promote gender equality. Minister Prasad reaffirmed the ministry's dedication, stating, "Our commitment to eradicating gender-based violence is unwavering. The GBV mobile remote unit exemplifies our pledge to inclusivity and accessibility, ensuring no corner of our country is neglected in this fight." The European Union Ambassador and UN Resident Coordinator commended Guyana's proactive approach in addressing GBV, emphasizing international support for such pivotal projects. The launch of the GBV mobile remote unit is expected to revolutionize GBV response and support networks, fostering safer communities and driving cultural shift towards gender equality. As operation commence, ongoing monitoring will gauge its impact, with plans to replicate similar initiatives in other regions. I am Carice Gonzalez reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
APNU Member of Parliament Vincent Henry continues to put pressure on the People's Progressive Party civic government to complete the Parara Bridge.
Opposition Member of Parliament Vincent Henry, who has been putting pressure on the People's Progressive Party civic PPPC government to complete the construction of the Parara Bridge in Region 9, described the situation as a calamity. MP Henry said the government has had adequate time to complete the construction of the crossing.
Now, the government or the relevant authorities have not offered any reason why the bridge wasn't completed.
The Member of Parliament added that it is rumored that the contract was given to someone who is close to the government, but the residents would only like to hear from the government.
All we are hearing is rumors that it was one of the friends, families, and favorites who got the contract and things like that. But that's rumors. We need to hear from the government themselves, and that has caused a lot of problems.
Henry added that the bridge has caused residents to be in discomfort due to it being unfinished for such a long period of time.
People had to wait hours and hours at the crossing there. So all sorts of things happened there, and that shouldn't have happened because even I in Parliament, I raised the issue several months before the rainy season.
In January of 2022, the Ministry of Public Works announced that they would have been upgrading a total of 32 hinterland bridges, which included the Parara Bridge. The bridge has had many issues over the years. It was impassable in November of 2019 due to a fallen beam. It collapsed in April of 2021 due to a heavily loaded truck. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
Your regional news is up next.
Hi, my name is Keisha Davis, first of 4 siblings. I'm a mom of 3 and I'm an auditor.
My brother Tariq is a transgender man, which means he was born female but now lives as a man. He's always known himself to be.
He's great at math. I'm horrible. And he actually helps my 12-year-old daughter with her math. As soon as he gets home at night, he'll say, Jazz, let's go. What would you like me to help you with? She actually got a prize in school for full score at math and English. Tariq is my rock. Like, honestly, my confidant. No matter what it is, no matter how horrible it might look through others' eyes, he doesn't judge. And he is there to support me, to support my kids. I don't know my way to do that.
All the big bands, all the big names from all around the world. The return of the biggest chutney show, Clash of the Titans, June 22nd, the Guyana National Stadium, the ICC Cricket.
You get it best and listen. Oh no, bless up.
Okay. Pack up your things. Yellow, you put the things in the car.
Loving you is easy cause you're beautiful. Do-da-do-da-do. I love you, and you, and you, and you, and you. I love all of you.
Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
And you. I love Peppy.
Step right into the vibrant heart of Guyana with HGP TV's freshest series, Inside Culture. Dive deep into the pulsating core of our spirited nation as we unravel the captivating stories embedded in our arts, music, sports, and beyond. A journey to nurture your soul and celebrate our rich heritage. Join us on HGP TV, where Inside Culture brings you closer to the heart and soul of Guyana, airing Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. and rebroadcasting on Sundays.
Good evening and welcome to Tuesday's edition of the Regional News. We tell you that the Miami court on Tuesday sentenced German Jolie, a former leader of a notorious Asian gang known as 400 Mawuzo, to 35 years in prison for his role in laundering. Jolie admitted in a plea document earlier this year to being part of a plot to smuggle U.S. firearms to Haiti and help in transfer funds, some of which were proceeds from ransoms obtained by kidnapping U.S. citizens. The 400 Mawuzo gang gained notoriety in April 2021 when they kidnapped 5 Catholic priests and 2 nuns, including 2 French citizens. 6 months later, they kidnapped 17 U.S. and Canadian missionaries, including 5 children, and demanded ransoms of as much as $1 million per hostage. We continue with news from Haiti. The first Kenyan police officers assigned to tackle rampant gang violence in Haiti are leaving Kenya on Wednesday and are set to arrive this week. Kenya volunteered in July 2023 to lead an international force to tackle violence in the Caribbean nation, where gangs control most of the capital, Port-au-Prince, and have carried out widespread killings, kidnappings, and sexual violence. The deployment has been repeatedly delayed by court challenges and a deterioration of security in Haiti, which in March forced the acting prime minister to resign. Kenyan President William on Monday held the departure ceremony for 400 soldiers who will be the first contingent to deploy to Haiti. We conclude with news from Trinidad. 3 men are dead and a 4th was wounded after gunmen stormed the house in Matura. While police are continuing inquiries into the attack, relatives suspected it was a robbery, as the attackers were overheard demanding cash and valuables before murdering the trio. Police said cousins Malcolm Richardson, 21, Andrew Maloney, 20, and Sharon McFarlane, 17, were asleep at their family's Mendoza Street home at 1:10 a.m. when gunmen entered the house through the back door. The trio were awakened and gunned down despite pleading with their killers for mercy. A 30-year-old man who was in the house at the time was also shot twice in his chest by the attackers who ran away. Police suspect the spate of violence may be linked to a shooting attack on the man considered to be an underworld figure in the Eastern Division last week. I am Carice Gonzalez. Thank you for watching.
Norton yet to formally accept Hastings' resignation. MOE GTU for conciliation talks on Wednesday. Terms of resumption was a win for both sides, says MacDonald. Fire destroys South Rhymevelt home, displaced family of 3, and Region 9 MP Henry pressures government to complete Parara Bridge. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm Travis Chase. Thanks for joining. Goodbye.